Hi, Sean Stevenson here, and I'm about to share with you a technique that is going to radically alter your life. I know because it radically altered mine. But in order to understand it, you have to know how I came across it. Several years back, I was raced to the emergency room at about 3 a.m. I was in excruciating pain. It felt like something had been lodged in my lower back and exploded. I didn't know if I was going to survive. I was raced to the emergency room, and I was so fearful that something in my body had burst, and I was waiting for the doctor to come in, and I frantically looked around the room for a napkin and a pen. I started to write down a list of goals. A list of goals that was not like any other list I'd ever made. They were goals, the things that I've always wanted to do in my life. Things that I would be extremely disappointed if I never got the opportunity to do. And as I completed that list, which came up to about 32 different things, I said, God, if you let me live through this experience, I will go out and do this list. That same year, a movie was released by Rob Reiner called Bucket List, starring Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman. And if you've seen the movie, or if you've heard about it, it's about two men who are dying who make a list of all the things that they always wanted to do in their life. And they called it the Bucket List, affectionately, all the things you want to do before you kick the bucket. I made that list before even knowing what that list was called. I have gone out and actually completed many of the things on my list. Here's what has to go on a bucket list. It's not a to-do list of, do this little project or go try out this little activity. They're massive things. They're things that you not even sure you can do. Let me share with you a few of mine. One was to throw out the first pitch at a Major League Baseball game. I've since done that, and I'll include in this blog post an actual video clip of me doing that. Write a best-selling book. Well, we've just released my new book, and you can get it on this blog post as well. Some of the other things are pose nude for a college art class. I always wanted to get rid of my last bit of body image issues. Another one was scuba dive. Some of them were go backpacking with my friends in Egypt. Some of them were experience an autopsy at a morgue so that I can really make peace with the fact that I am not my body, that there's something so much greater going on here. My list continues to go on. Go on a date with Natalie Portman. Yeah. That kind of goal. Things that are so big, you're not even sure how you're going to pull them off. But what I want you to do is I want you to pull out a journal or just even a clean sheet of paper. Doesn't matter where you write them. But what you do is you make a list of all the things you've ever wanted in your life. Experiences you wanted to ever experience. Places you ever wanted to visit. Write them all down. And you know that you're on the right track if you're writing something that makes your heart pound. If you're not quite sure if you're going to be able to pull it off. That's when you know you're beginning to write your bucket list. I recommend you play one of your favorite songs that really gets you inspired on repeat over and over while wearing headphones and writing this list. You don't have to write this list on your deathbed. You don't have to be in a hospital at 3 a.m. You can do this in the comfort of your own home or office or on the go. But make sure you make this list. Why? Well, you need to make this list because this list is something you're going to share with everyone you meet. People are going to say, so how's your day? And you're going to say, I'm great. I just made this bucket list. Can I share it with you? And then boom, you pull out your bucket list. You share it with them. And you might just be surprised what they have to tell you I know I recently had the pleasure of hanging out with Richard Branson on his private island. And in his living room, I was sharing with all the other individuals that were there my bucket list. One of the things on my bucket list was to meet the Dalai Lama. There's a man there whose eyebrows were raised. And he said, "Sean, you're a professional speaker, right?" Then we proceeded to get into a conversation about how he's running a seminar with the Dalai Lama, and that there's a possibility that I could speak at it. I'm doing that very event here this month, and you can go check out Engage Today 2009 in this blog post link. I don't know if they'll be down there, over here, or where, it'll be here somewhere. So go make your bucket list. Make it happen in your life, that you start actually doing things that make you feel alive, that draw you towards your future. You know, when people are diagnosed with terminal illnesses, the ones that live way beyond their prognosis of when they were supposed to die were the ones that set goals. Now, you don't have to be dying. Although here's a little secret, you are. Everyone is. It's just some get that prognosis from a doctor, and others just get it from life. We're all here with an expiration date. We just don't know when it is. Make sure that you make your bucket list. Email it to me. Post on a comment here on this blog post. Share it with the world. I so look forward to reading it. I really hope that my message in my life has an impact on your life. Have a great day.